thunder, flashing light. Heard a whisper in the night, and it said, you should go back home, go back home, go back home. Oh, just been there all along. You should go back home, go back home, go back home. Oh, that's where you belong.
You're listening to Chill Your Mind Radio.
Here I am, know it's been a while. I was in denial about my love. Here I stand, I know I walked away. Had to find the person I'd become. I was high and I was low, moved through mountains, rain and snow. But I felt that I was further from the truth. Then one dark and stormy night, rolling thunder, flashing light. Heard a whisper in the night, and it said, you should go back home, go back home, go back home. Oh, just been there all along. You should go back home, go back home, go back home. Oh, that's where you belong. That's where you belong. That's where you belong.
Take me anywhere where I've never been before, to a place unknown with you and the stars beyond. Take me anywhere where we've never met before. I wanna let you know that you bring me closer to all that I dreamed of. You're taking me higher where I feel home. Oh, you bring me closer to all that I want, yeah, and I don't fear nothing, nothing at all. Oh, took me everywhere, took me everywhere. Oh, took me everywhere, took me everywhere. I am danced in the high, moving slow from side to side. I'm letting go, I'm letting go, running wild in all directions, breaking free is all I wish for in my soul, in my soul. Take me anywhere where I've never been before, to a place unknown with you and the stars beyond. Take me anywhere where we've never met before. I wanna let you know that you bring me closer to all that I dreamed of. You're taking me higher where I feel home. Oh, you bring me closer to all that I want, yeah, and I don't fear nothing, nothing at all. Oh, took me everywhere, took me everywhere. Oh, took me everywhere, took me everywhere. Take me anywhere where we've never met before. I wanna let you know that you bring me closer to all that I dreamed of. You're taking me higher where I feel home. Oh,
For more music, check out our Spotify and YouTube playlists. Enjoy.
Tell me, do you read my mind? Feels like it. Hit me with the perfect line. Good timing. You asked to come back to my place. I knew when I looked at your face. You did it all in the eye. Give it some of that energy. Your language I wanna speak. But every time I talk, I'm tongue-tied. Lost in the rhythm of my mind. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you wanna know that I'm ready, just come and get it. Don't you forget what I like. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you wanna know that I'm ready, just come and get it. Baby, show me what you mean. Come closer. Tripping over what you think. Hot doses, we don't have much conversation. But she still know what I'm saying. Bodies can do the explaining. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Lay me down when I 1, 2, 3. I could use your company. You're the language I wanna speak. But every time I talk, I'm tongue-tied. Lost in the rhythm of my mind. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you want it, don't cut my head. Just come and get it. Don't you forget what I like. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you want it, every time I talk, I'm tongue-tied. Lost in the rhythm of my mind. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you want it, don't cut my head. Just come and get it. Don't you forget what I like. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you want it, don't cut my head. Just come and get it.
Bro, let me do it one time.
Just come and get it. Just come and get it. Just come and get it. Every time I talk, I'm tongue-tied. Just come and get it. Just come and get it. Just come and get it. Every time I talk, I'm tongue-tied. Lost in the rhythm of my mind. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you want it, know that I'm ready. Just come and get it. Don't you forget what I like. Giving to my feelings tonight. So if you want it, know that I'm ready. Just come and get it.
door. Maria, I wrote you this letter, I hope that you read it. I'm right here, counting the days till I'm holding you near. If I
This
can
may
give
take
you
a
my
minute.
life, so you would know
I
what
think I need a break.
of you. I will give you my life, 'cause I feel so alive when
I'm
I'm
far
with
enough
you.
along
And I don't wanna take my time coming
that I can take a
and I'm not gonna close my eyes. No sleep tonight. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you till you're knocking on my door. Hope you don't change your mind, 'cause I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you till you're knocking on my door. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting, waiting for you.
Woke up this morning, Uncle Lou and Baby D. Gonna put on a morning show for you and me. Come on in, just stay a while. Uncle Lou and Baby D gonna make you smile. Good morning, good morning. The Uncle Lou and Baby D morning show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. Alright. Good morning.
No, lady, how about you shut the up? I'm doing YouTube, bitch!
Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on YouTube today. Thanks for watching. Man. I sure do appreciate it also. And in addition to that as well, how was y'all's day yesterday? I hope you had a great day yesterday. Yesterday, of course, was Uncle Lou's birthday. It just so happened no live shows yesterday, so I didn't get to hang out with you guys yesterday. Uh-oh. Yeah, good morning, isn't that?
Yeah, good morning.
Oh, look at you. You got the Chess Hall cam going today, huh?
Yeah, I'm Chess Hall's daddy.
God, I got to let people see this. Ladies and gentlemen, Chess Hall. The Chess Hall camera angle. Oh, what's up, BVD?
What's going on, Uncle Lou? Get your grass cut yesterday? Now, excuse me, your pasture?
No.
Get your pasture mowed, bushwhacked?
No. I'm not cutting grass on my birthday, sir.
I don't blame you.
Man.
You got somebody to do that anyway, right? Down at Lowe's? Got those guys down at Lowe's?
I do. I do my own yard most of the time. I have hired people to do it, on a few occasions, but mostly I do it myself. So
You don't have a very huge yard, do you?
not really. It's wide, but not very deep.
That's what she said.
Right. The girth,
Gotta have girth.
No,
we're
it's
off and
not a
running
very,
today.
it's not a very hard yard to do. So
Gotcha.
I do it myself mostly. Usually one time in the late fall because I've got several pine trees and some other types of trees that drop leaves. So usually one time late in the fall, I'll hire somebody to come out here and get all that stuff up, the pine straw and the leaves and sticks and all that out of the yard one time in the winter. And sometimes if we're going out of town or something, I'll have somebody come by and cut the grass while we're gone or something. But now last summer actually, somebody, these two kids came and knocked on my door. They had just graduated high school. One of them was going to the University of Georgia. The other one was going to Mercer, which is a private school here in Georgia. And they seemed like really nice kids, and they were trying to earn money over the summer, for when they got off to college or whatever, and wanted to know if they could cut my grass. So I hired them to cut my grass last summer for like 6 weeks or something before they left to go off to college. But I wasn't looking for someone to do it at the time. I was just trying to help them out, really. Not that I minded not cutting the grass, but I wasn't actively looking for someone to do it. It just so happened. They seemed like nice kids who really needed some, like they didn't seem like mom and dad was sending them off to college with $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
And kids used to do that all the time when we were kids.
I know, and you don't see it anymore. You don't see it anymore. They seem like really nice kids, and they seemed like they really needed some money for when they were going off to college. So they did it for like 6 or 7 weeks before they then went off to college, and then I did it the rest of the summer. But
it didn't seem like they needed crack money or nothing like that, right?
No, it definitely wasn't that situation. Yeah, it
Gotcha.
definitely wasn't that. Yeah. So, but anyway, shout out to everybody for tuning in this morning. Today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. This is the morning show with Uncle Lou and BVD. We do this show 4 mornings a week for you guys, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Me and BVD are here almost every single morning. A lot of times we have a third person on, too. Don't forget about the college football call-in show that I do 2 nights a week. That's Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 10 p.m. right here on this channel. Check that out if you haven't already. I take phone calls from people from all over. We talk college football. Novel concept, I know. But, yeah, that's what we do. BVD has a show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. So that's the live schedules for the week for me. You know, I could put that up on the screen here. I don't know why that just dawned on me, but I'll do that. I'm going to add your schedule to the screen, okay? So,
I'd appreciate that, sir.
I don't know. If you ever notice something like that, you know, clearly you could bring it up, but I don't know why I never thought to put yours up there too. But so
I never thought about it either
probably
at your
because
channel.
I'm just a
So
selfish asshole. So
I do appreciate that.
so we'll
Had
add
a
DVD
pretty-
schedule up there too.
We had a pretty good one last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Over there on BVD TV last night. I hung out over there.
A little upset that our buddy Celine Driver got ran off by a Crimson Turd. I'm going to work on that for you, Celine. I had to put him in timeout last night for you.
Now I don't believe that Celine Driver would allow anybody to run him off. He can handle his own. I'm pretty
Normally
sure.
he can. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah. Speaking of Celine Driver, though, thank you for the super chat this morning, sir. He says, happy belated birthday to old Uncle Lou. Yeah, I'll talk about my birthday here in a minute. Thank you for the super chat, sir. JC, thank you for the super chat. Same thing. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. He says, I hope you had a good one. I did have a good one. Mostly. Big Dog. Good to see you in here this morning, sir, and thank you for the super chat. Good morning, beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. What? That Marilyn Manson.
Is that who that is?
Did you ever get into Marilyn Manson?
No.
I didn't either. I guess they sort of were at the height of their popularity, if I remember right, kind of like the late 90s. I remember being in high school or just out of high school when... And, man, the rumors. Now, to the young bucks out there, there was internet in the late 90s, but it's not like it is today. So it's not like you would hear things about Marilyn Manson, and it's not like you could just run to the internet and find out if it was true or not. So there was just a lot of weird... You know, probably the only thing that's ever been like that I can think of is the Ozzy Osbourne thing about biting. What was it? Did he bite the head off of a chicken or a bat? What was it?
The rumor was always that he bit the head off a bat, but it was actually a bird.
Okay. Now, is that true?
According to Sharon Osbourne, it's true.
Okay.
She would know.
I've never heard rumors like that. I mean... You know, the rock music or whatever at different points throughout time has been called, quote unquote, you know, devil music or whatever. But
Satan worshiping music,
like just specific weird stories. Ozzy Osbourne and Marilyn Manson, but like there was all kinds of weird stories going around about Marilyn Manson, and you had no way really to know if they were real or not. And it just seemed like the story, like there was the rumor that he had. His bottom 3 ribs removed. Did you hear that one?
Never heard that one. My favorite was the one that he was the kid from Wonder Years.
That one was
yeah.
The not the main character, but the Paul. I think was his
Paul.
name. Yeah.
One with glasses.
Yeah. But there was
Paul.
There was a rumor he had his bottom 3 ribs removed so that he could you know.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
Yeah, they said it so he could give his own self
oral gratification.
Yeah. And then I swear to God, this is the weirdest one. He was going to have his arms and legs amputated and switched.
What the fuck?
So he was going to have his arms. He was going to have his arms put where his legs are and his legs put where his arms are.
That was just, wow.
And he was weird enough that when you heard these rumors, you were like, I wouldn't be totally shocked.
That one would be very shocking.
Marilyn Manson. Oh, anyway. So thank you, Big Dog. Mitch All Day, thank you for the super chat. He says, my grass is all cut. Now I'm here for Chess Hall.
Marilyn Manson, he was like the Dennis Rodman of the music industry, or vice versa.
He had that famous performance on the MTV. I don't know if it was the movie awards or the music awards or what, and he sang that song, "The Beautiful People," and he came out and he had on like this a thong, and it was just it was over the top.
He was truly shocking.
He was shock
Shock
rock
value.
for sure in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. He was made for Howard Stern, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Rattlehead Duncan, thank you, sir. He says, "Good morning. You sound a lot better." Okay, yeah, I did go to the doctor yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, so we'll get this out of the way here. So I woke up yesterday, no morning show yesterday, so I woke up, took it easy around the house for a couple hours in the morning, and headed to the doctor at 10 o'clock, and they did whatever it is they do. Anyway, they gave me like four different medicines, I think.
Sounds like it's working.
4 different medicines, and it's well, I still have the cough, but not, it should be getting better. So, but they said there was nothing, I don't have bronchitis or any sort of infection or whatever. They said it's just I had a little bit of fluid in my ears, and anyway, nothing serious. They gave me like a Z-Pack and some kind of Flonase and some two other things. I don't even know what they are.
Flonase, isn't that a rapper?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. And then I had to take my car in.
Oh yeah, you told me about that last night.
The Mustang has this. It's got like an oh shit warning built into it. If you accelerate too fast, I guess it's always. I'm not a car. I don't know anything about cars, but I guess it monitors this the entire time. But as you accelerate, it monitors your brake fluid level, and if it thinks if it thinks you're going too fast to stop in time or something, this warning pops up about your brake. It only happens when I'm accelerating. So anyway, I thought the brake fluid might have been low or something, so I took it in. Turns out I needed new brakes. So happy birthday to Lou. I got new brakes for my birthday. It's still up there. Now I had to leave it up there. They were real busy, and I didn't have an appointment, of course, so I just took it up there. But, Mrs. Lou is still working from home, so whenever they finish it up today, she can run me up there to get it. But, so, yeah, new brakes on the car after the doctor's appointment yesterday, oil change, alignment, all that kind of stuff while it's there. So, then came home, and what did we do? Oh, had Japanese for dinner. Didn't go out, picked it up from one of those, like, Miyabi Express places or whatever.
Is there a big difference? And this may be a racist question. I don't know. Is there a huge difference between Japanese food and Chinese food? I don't know that I've ever had Japanese food.
Japanese is where they cook in front of you.
Oh, okay. Wasabi. No, I've never had that. Never done the wasabi thing.
Wasabi is hot sauce.
But don't they also call that kind of cooking? What do they call that?
You've never been to a Japanese restaurant where they...
Never. No.
What in the hell is wrong with you? How is that How's that possible?
Stinger idea.
You've never been to... It's called hibachi, not...
Hibachi, okay.
You've never been to a Japanese restaurant where they cook in front of you?
No, I have not.
Is there anybody in the comment section that falls into that category? Is there anybody that has never been to the cooking? We just call it the cook in front of you place. Is there anybody that's never been? I cannot believe that you're 50 some odd years old and have never been to the cook in front of you place.
First of all, I don't think we have one of those here. Now we've got one. I'm 99.9% sure we've got one 30 minutes up the road at Johnson City, but I just never, I guess I would be interested just for the visual effect of it, but nah, never been there.
Apparently there's a few other people in the comment section who are just as cultured as you are
Yeah.
I cannot believe there are people that have not been to the cook in front of you place. This really blows my mind. It's so popular here. There's 4 or 5, I don't know how many there are here, 4 or 5 or whatever. And it doesn't matter when you go there wall to wall all the time in there.
Well, you live in a city. I live in a freaking burg. You know, you drive 30 miles past BFE to get where I live.
I
The
can't
cook-
believe this. I really can't. Anyway.
The cook in front of you place here is McDonald's.
Yeah. Or Waffle House, right?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, which I went to Waffle House yesterday, by the way, which was, I guess, the first thing I've really done that's like
Did you get laid?
against the quarantine thing or whatever. You know, I haven't been anywhere in like 2 months. And some of the stuff here has opened back up. Not everything, but some things. But Waffle House was opened back up. And after the doctor, when I dropped my car off at the car place, my dad picked me up from there. And we went to eat it. He took me to eat at Waffle House before we came back home. So,
Like how you added that in there.
what?
When I dropped my car off at the car place,
Yeah, at the car place there.
as opposed to the cook in front of you
Waffle House,
place.
Yeah. And now, the Waffle House, for anyone who cares, every other booth is taped off with caution tape. And now all Waffle Houses are the same. Okay, so they have the bar. You know, please tell me you've been to a Waffle House, BVD.
Of course.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, so you got the bar, right? And then usually on either sides of the bar, there's the booths. So every other booth was taped off. And then the bar, all but 2 seats were taped off at the bar.
The one on each end, probably.
2 in the middle, because I guess they're assuming a couple would come in, or 2 people. So when me and my dad got there, it was about lunchtime. All the booths that were available were taken, but nobody was sitting in those 2 seats at the bar, so we sat in those 2 seats at the bar. They have no menus. If you request a menu, they'll give you one, but it's a paper menu. It's just a printout. Those laminated yellow menus that, you know,
Gotcha.
has lunch on one side and breakfast on the other, you turn over, those are gone.
Probably forever.
They were all wearing masks, everybody that worked there. So
Great idea,
I don't
Waffle
know.
House.
Yeah. So for those of you, I don't know how many of you maybe in areas that are still restaurants aren't open, or maybe if they are open, you haven't been to one. That was my first. That's really the first place I've been, other than grocery store, gas station, pharmacy, in like 2 months. So that was the situation at Waffle House. And like I said, there's a lot of restaurants around here that even though they could open up like the Waffle House has done, they've still chosen not to. A lot of the restaurants are still just doing like curbside pickup. Like T-Bone's, my favorite restaurant here that I talk about all the time with the Tommy Fries. They're not open. They just curbside pickup.
I thought the Mellow Mustard was your favorite restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not going there anymore. So let's not get into that. Yeah. Oh, Darth, good to see you in here, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Lou, Camel Toes needs to borrow your riding lawnmower. Sir, look at me. Look at me. Camel cannot drive.
A riding lawnmower wouldn't cut that shit anyway.
What good would a riding lawnmower do Camel Toes? He's 40 years old and can't drive.
He needs a tractor.
Okay? He can't drive. He can't mow his lawn. And he can't reproduce. He serves he has no purpose in life. What good would a riding lawnmower do him, sir? Dar says he's 47 and never been to the eat in front of you place. You better hurry because you're running out of time. Celine Driver, thank you, sir. He says, please check your email at some point. I'll try, but similar to God and Jesus Christ and whoever else that took a day off, that's what I did yesterday. So, but I'll check it today, though.
Camel Toes mower took a day off.
Have you seen his yard? That mower has took years off.
I still insist
Your yard get like that?
That's a hay field. That's not a yard.
That's his front yard, buddy. That's his front yard, buddy. How do you let your yard get like that? What a disgrace of a human being he is. What a pathetic individual. What a worthless, just complete sack of shit he is.
Heaping pile of cow dung.
Can't drive, can't reproduce, can't cut his grass. I don't know what good he is. I honestly don't.
Well, I asked him in the comments to that stream yesterday after it was over. Serious question. You got 2 teenagers living at home. Why the hell are you cutting grass anyway? I realize it's 2020, but it's what else are teenagers for? You cut your mom and dad's grass when you were a teenager, Lou?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I bet you about everybody else in here did too. Amazing.
Oh, I wanted to give a huge shout out to this individual, too. Let me refresh the screen because I got to make sure I get this right because this is important.
Individual.
Now, I was off yesterday, but that didn't prevent Zachary B from going ahead and hitting up that PayPal link yesterday. Zachary B, which I turned 42 yesterday, by the way. Zachary B, I want to thank you for sending me 42 cents yesterday on my birthday. That means a lot to me. I also want to thank you for sending it as goods and services instead of friends and family.
So you'll take forever to get it?
So PayPal took their bare minimum fee, which is 31 cents. So I just want to thank you for the 11 cents that you went out of your way yesterday. Even though I didn't work yesterday, you still went out of your way to send me that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Mr. Anderson, Neo, Mr. Anderson.
Randall.
He says, happy belated birthday, Uncle Lou. I hope you had a great day. God bless. I did have a great day.
Isn't Neo a rapper too?
I wouldn't classify Neo as a rapper.
But he definitely didn't open up for Flonades. So no. I got something.
I think
How
he's
about
more
Afrojack?
He's like R&B. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he raps some. I don't know, but I wouldn't. But I'm not the one. I'm not the official designator of what type of music someone is. But to me, Neo is not rap. It's more R&B. I like Neo. Man, that dude can sing too. Oh my God. He's there ain't many people alive with a voice like his. That dude can really sing for real.
Well, R&B stands for
You big dummy!
No. What does R&B stand? Oh, rhythm and blues.
Rhythm and blues, I believe.
Yeah, rhythm and blues.
Yeah. Huh, you like? Thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, just wanted to say good morning, Lou and BVD. I don't catch a lot of morning shows, but I try when I can. Really enjoy both channels. Go Dogs. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank
you
you,
finding
huh?
some time to tune
You
in
like?
this morning.
He does like, doesn't he?
He does like, yeah. Yeah, he does. Hey, listen. I was wrong. I've slowly started to change my mind over the last few weeks, but when a lot of this coronavirus stuff first started, I said a bunch of different times, I said, listen, it's going to be hard to get football up and running because you got 130 teams and, you can't have one team practicing and one team not. It's not, that's just not going to happen. I was wrong. No one wants to be in charge. Mark Emmert came out yesterday. You guys have been keeping up with what's going on the West Coast. They have some stricter restrictions. Oregon's already said no fans till at least October. The state university system in California, which does not include any Pac-12 teams, so it's got nothing to do with the Power 5, but some lower classification schools, San Jose State, Fresno State. A lot of those schools have canceled fall classes as far as in-person goes, going to online. So anyway, the Pac-12 released basically a joint statement from all their coaches, almost all of them, asking Mark Emmert the president of the NCAA, to lay down some list of ground rules, a uniform start date for everybody. Well, he came out yesterday and said, no, I'm not going to do that. So you're going to have college football this year for sure. I'm convinced now. And it's going to be at all different times. I mean, the SEC may start on time. The Big 12 may start 2 weeks late. Or maybe they start on time. I don't know. The ACC may start on time or a week late, whatever. But so no one is going to say, okay, this is when the season is going to start. No one's going to step up and do that. So it's going to be left up to each individual conference. So who could this be bad news for? Obviously the Pac-12. And I think Notre Dame too. If the colleges go to a regional approach like baseball is doing, that's going to mean a conference-only schedule, and Notre Dame's going to be struggling to find teams to play. So, but I was wrong. I did think somebody would put on some big boy pants and be in charge and say, "Okay, listen, this is what we're gonna do. This is when everyone can start practicing. This is when the games are gonna be. Whether that's on time or pushing everything back a week or a month, whatever." No one wants to be that person. Everyone wants to get paid like they're in charge. No one wants to be in charge. So that's what it is. So you could have 5 different college football seasons this year.
I wonder if this announcement or news or whatever is any kind of sign that we're going to get closer and closer to possibly regular college football this fall. Possibly, or is it just something to get our hopes up that we will have regular? So, there's a lot of people that still think everything's going to pop off like normal, which I don't think that's happening. But
I'm starting to think there's going to be at least one conference that starts on time. I'm still not. I still wouldn't bet money that there will be 100,000 fans anywhere on September 5th. I still wouldn't bet that. But it's starting to look like there's some people that are going to start when it's supposed to start. The SEC primarily.
Yeah, because once the first conference announces time to go, the rest of them are going to jump on board.
Yeah. Now, Mark Emmert does still want to be in charge of recruiting, so he's extended the recruiting dead period. This is the 3rd time now they've done this. So, most recently, it was extended through May 31st, the end of this month. They've now extended the recruiting dead period through June 30th. Now, this is a problem. This is a problem because what this means is we're going on 2 months already. You haven't been allowed to have face-to-face visits with recruits. Now, they've done some things we've talked about this with Zoom and Twitter and this. But as far as face-to-face, maybe going somewhere and evaluating kids at a camp, anything like that, you haven't been able to do any of that for going on 2 months now. You're not going to be able to do it the rest of May. You're not going to be able to do it the rest of June. Well, there's already a dead period every single year that starts on July 1st. That runs through July 24th. So that means, and if the season starts on time, the teams will be practicing on July by the time that dead period ends now. So this could have it's going to be a weird recruiting cycle. Just put it that way. I mean, so anyway, there's that update. And what else? That's it, really. That's the only news I could find this morning. Mark Emmert came out and said, I'm not going to make a uniform start date. I'm not going to do it. Now, there are some people that think he can't do that. There's some people that think he can't tell the Power 5 what to do. And he may be right. But he could have, I guess he could have made a suggestion, but he's chosen to stay out of it.
He certainly can't tell a state what to do. And if a state says you can't have those kind of gatherings, it doesn't matter what he says about,
You're right about that.
Conference X can start practice whenever they want to.
Yeah. So,
do you think there's any chance that Oregon, the governor, retracts or rescinds that order about October?
I think. Well, I guess there's always a chance. I don't know that I would. I don't know.
It seemed like awful early to be announcing that, didn't it? At the time.
It did to me too. Yeah. None of these decisions are easy. You know, I get mad and rant and rave and hoot and holler. I want answers. I want to know what's going on. Blah blah blah. You know, on the one hand, I'm like, why are you saying this already about September and it's May? But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, just come out and tell people so they can make plans. You know.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It looks like we're gonna have football on September 5th somewhere. Some teams.
Hey,
You know?
Melissa May's on it. I want to hear that announcement, Melissa May, from somebody official. We will have football. Now hush up. That's the announcement I'm waiting on.
So the next thing that I'm looking to figure out is, what is a conference going to do if there's one or two schools within that conference whose quarantine rules or whatever don't line up with everyone else's. The ACC is the prime example because of Syracuse and Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the SEC, all the states in the SEC are good to go pretty much, with the exception of Louisiana, still has some things going on. But so I get Mark Emmert saying, okay, we're not going to tell everybody what to do, but what about each individual? Like, it does seem like, let's say you go to a conference-only schedule, it does seem like you have to have the same rules for at least all the teams within each conference, doesn't it? I mean, you can't have Tennessee getting 2 more weeks of practice than LSU, or Florida State getting 2 more weeks of practice than Syracuse or Miami, can you?
Well, I mean, a few weeks ago you were saying can't have one conference opening up practice without the other conference opening up practice.
Yeah.
So who the hell knows?
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It does seem like doesn't it seem though like more is happening now. Like, almost, you know, it does seem like news is trickling out almost day by day now. You know, you had the Alabama TCU thing. You had the Oregon thing last week. You had the California State University system made their announcement this week. It does seem like the amount of time that goes by between us learning something new is getting shorter and shorter. Like, it almost every day something new is coming out now. Yesterday, Mark Emmert says, I'm not making a mandatory start time. You know, y'all can do what you want, basically.
And we're seeing more and more things and more places open up every day too. Is that a sign of things getting better, or is that a sign of people getting impatient?
Right. I'm still keeping my eye on the baseball thing too. And we've talked about this, but they want to start around the beginning of July. They're going to play regional schedules only, no fans in the stadium. That's Major League Baseball's idea. I'm curious to see what the players come back and say about that. They're negotiating that now. I'm curious to see what the players come back with in terms of, okay, we'll do that, but this is what we want in terms of testing. This is what we want in terms of the protocol for if someone does test positive. Because as much as I want to see college football, somebody's got to consider the safety of the college football players. There's no union. There won't be any negotiating for the college football players. They're going to have to do what they're told to do. So I'm wondering what will be put into place. Will college football players be tested every day? You know, that's what baseball players want. Everybody in the White House is tested every single day. Does anybody want to explain to Trevor Lawrence that he doesn't need to be tested because he's not as important as someone else? Or, you know what I mean? Like, the players have no way of doing this on their own. There is no players union in college football. So I'm just curious. The players in baseball are going to demand certain protections and things like that if they play. I'm wondering if anybody is going to look at that and go, well, we need to afford college football players those same protections in terms of, where are they going to stay? Are college football players going to be quarantined somehow, or are they going to be mingling with the other 50,000 students on campus all week long? Listen, if you've been watching the news, you know how this thing works, even if you don't think it's that serious. Look at the meat plants or whatever. If one college football player gets the coronavirus, the entire team is going to have it within a week, unless that person is quarantined,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just curious to see what. Okay, that's great. SEC going to come out and say, yep, we're going to start practicing the first week of July, second week of July, or whatever, and the games are going to start on September 5th. Okay, perfect. Fine. What about fans? What about the players? That's what I would. So I'm interested to see what the players union comes back with in baseball. And am I an idiot? Or somebody's got to look out for the players, don't they?
Somebody gonna leave it up to the parents? No, because a lot of these kids aren't kids anymore. So
Right.
you gonna leave it up to the presidents and chancellors? Somebody got to do it.
Right.
Definitely don't want to leave it up to the kids.
Bad dog. Bad dog. Good morning, sir. He said good morning in 3. Happy birthday. You don't look a day over 41 and 364 days old. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
I would.
Also have a question. What the hell is an emo jello maker? I'll show you.
Yeah, show him.
Here you go. This is absolutely hilarious right here. This part right here. Now, how did he think he was going to be able to cut this? What made him think he was going to be able to cut that?
Well, someone that knows how to operate a push mower actually could cut that mess. It'd just take a long time. And I hope you're going to show the best part of this when he breaks out the weed eater.
What is he doing?
And what the hell is he doing here? I didn't even see this part yesterday.
He's actually trying to just cut that 4-foot-tall hay 2 feet at a time. Watch this. Watch. What is he doing? Where's the weed eater? Let's see. There he goes. Still fixing it again.
This dog of mine.
Jesus Christ, this guy he's just not all there. Here we go, weed eater time.
God damn it. Yard work.
Even if there were teenagers still walking around from neighborhood to neighborhood offering to mow yards, how many are stopping at that?
Hey, hold on.
Jesus Christ.
scratch around here. What is that? Keep on fucking words. Oh, it's called a fucking weed eater. You can't do this shit when the grass is wet.
Oh my god.
Oh goddamn! I've had one day out of the last 9 days.
I'm sorry. I just can't with this guy. I mean, I'm sorry. A 40-something-year-old emo jello maker that can't drive, can't cut his grass, and can't reproduce. I just don't know what. Man, it's just a shame. That yard ain't never getting done.
No.
And the funniest part, for those of you who don't follow that clown, the funniest part, well, not the funniest, but what makes that especially funny, I don't even know if you know this or not, BVD. That was yesterday around lunchtime. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He live streamed Tuesday night from like 11 o'clock till about 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 hours. He stopped that live stream, and then he immediately started this live stream of him cutting his grass. So all of this grass cutting and weed eating that he's doing is after being up all night long, live streaming to the same 6 or 7 people that are in there every night. He must have drank 20 Busch Lights, stayed up all night doing that, and then goes out there and wrestles with that lawnmower and weed eater.
Oh, he had several more live streams after that.
Yeah. He basically live streamed for 24 hours straight over a course of about 4 or 5 different live streams.
And then got on Goose's live stream last night.
Right.
And had to go, I'm assuming, at some point has to go back to the old folks' home.
Well, yeah, somebody's got to make the jello.
Hmm.
The guy's out of his mind.
Look out for weed eater string in the jello over there.
Darth, thank you, sir. He says, Lou, will a tinfoil hat and mask save us? Yes. Of course it will. What kind of question is that? Of course it will. What else is going on?
NASCAR this weekend.
Yeah,
that excites you.
No fans with that, right?
I would assume not. Basically, NASCAR will be going on as normal.
Now that makes sense. I mean, the driver's in there by himself, and then even the pit crew. Doesn't the pit crew even wear helmets?
Oh, they're dressed up in full gear.
Right. So that seems on the scale of like, of riskiness. NASCAR seems pretty unrisky in terms of the coronavirus anyway. So seems like a good idea to me, start NASCAR back.
Yeah. Plus, with all that high-octane fuel they got around there, somebody gets caught up with it, just strike a match. Take care of that problem.
Right. Burn it out of them.
I just had a thought.
Uh-oh.
The movie Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
When he was running around the track with just his helmet on and his tighty whities. Was that Sleeta? They get him to do that role. They could have. They could have saved some money. I will actually probably, if I'm awake, might even turn NASCAR on this weekend. Just because it's a live, non-sporting event. It's the closest thing we'll have to sports.
I don't know if I'll go that far. But I do look forward to hearing you describe it to us on Monday, though.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be good. Slim Shady.
What?
Slim Shady hit the PayPal link. Trooper. Uh-oh. He has a Tennessee joke for you, though.
The real Slim Shady?
Yeah. He has a Tennessee joke. You ready?
Okay, let's have it.
How many Vols fans does it take to eat a possum?
Oh, 2. 1 to watch for traffic and 1 to eat the possum or something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Come on, Slim Shady. You got to do better than that, man.
That's funny.
He used that one a couple of nights ago.
Oh,
He gets an A for almost, though.
our old buddy George called into the Pigskin Pete show yesterday.
Yep. Old buddy George, he's a regular over there.
He's something. He's out in Oregon. Florida fan, but he's out in Oregon, though. He's mad as hell out there.
Now, he can mow grass, can he?
Listen. Yes.
Certain types. The medically approved type.
How long since that grass has been cut?
And maybe never. Maybe never.
That's not one winter's. I mean, that's just. I don't cut my grass in the winter. It doesn't grow. So that's not just like the first time he's cut it since the weather warmed up this year or something. That's years.
I guess winter cuts his grass, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, you need a bush hog. He's out there with a push mower.
And you wonder why he's got cat rats running through there. Plenty of room to grow.
My favorite part of watching his streams is counting the gnats.
Counting the gnats?
Yeah, that swarm around his head in that room that he streams in.
Oh. I like listening to him pitch the empty beer cans over into the pile.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what attracts all the gnats, is the 100 beer cans that are laying all around his room. Or it could be him that's attracting the gnats. There's no way he showers more than twice a month.
Christy, I don't know. Is he cussing me out again in a stream right now? Or is this the one from yesterday?
Slim says, food for thought. People use alcohol to sterilize. NASCAR fans drink alcohol. NASCAR fans are sterile enough to be in the stands.
It's a good point.
I'm no doctor, so I'm not going to argue.
Well, that could be, that same theory could be applied to college football.
Yeah. Especially now, don't they sell, well, I guess it was up to each individual stadium, right? Last year they changed the rules or something where each stadium could decide if they wanted to sell alcohol, or was that just an SEC thing?
I don't know. I know they were selling it, I believe, at Neyland Stadium last year. Or maybe they weren't.
Because there was a rule in the SEC that you couldn't sell it. And then they changed that last year. And you know what UGA did? UGA only sold it in the suites. You know?
Oh, in the rich people seats.
Yeah. So if you wanted a $12 plastic cup, 8-ounce cup of wine or a $8 beer, you could get that as long as you paid tens of thousands of dollars for your tickets.
Right. Sounds fair.
But the regular people, no. Just go stand in line for your Coke and bottled water.
Go stand in line for your $10 watered down Coke.
But if they do some sort of limited seating thing this year, they're probably going to have to open up the alcohol sales to make up that lost revenue, which I'm assuming they could do. You know what I mean? If you have 100,000 people there, you're going to make X amount of money. If you have 35,000 people, you can probably make that same amount of money by selling them alcohol.
Yeah.
So that's an idea. I should call should call people and let them know about
If you
that.
sell enough alcohol too in the first half, your concession sales are going to go up in the second half on Munchie Foods.
Right.
Put a Waffle House in damn stadiums. Shit.
Oh my God, that's a license to print money.
Yeah.
There's a Chick-fil-A in Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, yeah?
Stadium in Atlanta, yeah.
Well, now you're starting to see. I'm sure it's the same way at Sanford Stadium. You're starting to see all kinds of not just your general concession stands anymore. There's full blown restaurants in there.
Oh yeah, Mercedes-Benz has some of those too. Sit down restaurants. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They have some of those too. Of course, Falcons fans go to the game on Sunday, and guess what? Chick-fil-A closed. Even in there. Isn't that something?
Well, Mr. Chick-fil-A has a firm rule.
That's right.
No chickens on Sunday.
That's right. The Lord said so.
He believes in it, don't he? He's
he
firm.
does.
Firm believer.
Oh, wow.
Smite me, almighty smiter.
I reckon he does. Oh, we didn't have anybody on the show today, did we? I didn't even ask. I don't think we did.
No, I don't think so.
I need to check my email for Rich.
Yeah,
for
we're
real.
both slacking on that.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them, too. I noticed that yesterday.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have been an idea to go ahead and open a few of them. But I was checking it, or maybe that was Tuesday morning I looked at it. And you brought that up. Yeah, we got 10 unopened emails, but a bunch of them are for Celine Driver. No, not a bunch, just 2. No, 3.
Well, he did say we needed to check the email earlier.
Yeah, I'm reading, I think, why he's... I got you, Celine. I'm not going to read his email, but I will, Celine, since you're still listening. What I could suggest is just ignore said putts.
The power to ignore is a very hard power to get, at least for me. Damn near impossible. If I could pick any superpower, it would be the superpower to ignore people, because I would be so much better off if I had that ability, but I don't.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants my attention is going to get it every time. And I wish I wasn't that way. It's not a productive way to spend time. So I do not have the superpower, the super ability to ignore. I just don't.
I suffer that same affliction. It's easy to say it, isn't it? I get it. Celine's been catching a fair dose of poo-poo lately. So I just read your email from yesterday. I totally get it, Celine Driver. Damn it, computer, stop it. Had to pick this morning to tell me it's time to restart.
Doris says, what is Camel Toes talking about? Lou stalking his 17-year-old daughter. What is going on? I don't watch YouTube.
God.
Well, first of all, that's a lie, Darth. You do watch YouTube, and you do know what he's talking about. The same thing he was talking about 3 or 4 months ago when you were over there eating out of his hand about it. So, yes, you do know what he's talking about.
Oh,
In
okay.
fact, you
Yeah, I
probably
recognize
know more,
that name.
You probably know more about what he's talking about than I do. all I can do is guess what he's talking about. I don't know either of his daughters. I don't know their age, their name, whatever he keeps saying about Facebook. I don't know anything about that.
Well, first of all, it's not stalking any goddamn way. Excuse my language. Looking at someone's Facebook page is not stalking.
I have
Yeah,
a feeling what he's doing is. I have a feeling there is somebody that may be harassing. Maybe stalking's not the right word, but there is somebody I think that probably is harassing. Whether it's his daughters or his wife or whatever on Facebook, there probably is someone that's doing that. Probably know who it is, BVD.
yeah.
But it's not me.
By his theory,
I don't even know his daughters' names or any. I don't have no clue who they are.
because you and I don't get on camera, or even not on camera, but on here and verbally cuss that guy out. That makes us also Facebook stalkers.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't know for sure that anyone even is doing that, but he's been singing that tune for a long time, so there may be some truth to it. That somebody did find his kids or something on Facebook, because he's been saying that for a long, long time. But it's not me. I don't know either of his kids. I wouldn't know. I know his name. That's it. I wouldn't even know. So I don't even think he has a Facebook page, does he?
I don't know. And I don't know his kids' names either.
Yeah.
The only reason I know his wife's name is because of that other person bringing it up.
Yeah, and I don't even. If you told me, maybe I would recognize it, but I don't even know her name off the top of my head.
I don't condone any of that shit they're doing. The talking shit about each other's wives, and one calling the other one's wife a fat whore, and the other one calling the other one's wife a Sasquatch. And
yeah, I mean, those two have been going at it for years. A-Bomb and Camel Toes. They have been going back and forth at each other. It's got to be 3 or 4 years now.
I guess it depends on which one you believe as to how it started. But the thing I never understood with this whole TTC thing, and I mentioned this last night in my stream, these guys verbally abuse each other during football season to the point of, taking personal shots. But then as soon as football season's over, a bunch of them team up together and create groups. And I think that's how it got started with them. They were both in A-Bomb's group, and then one says A-Bomb kicked him out, the other one says he left, and then bam, instant 3-year drama.
Yeah, they've been going at it forever.
Slob Olympics.
Man, I can't wait. March 2021.
Resolve that shit.
Hashtag Slob Olympics. March 2021.
Are Bad Dog's legs going to be there?
Oof.
Bad Dog's legs, you're officially invited.
I'm surprised no one's made a troll account yet called Bad Dog's Legs.
We got one out there called BBD's Cleavage. So might as well have Bad Dog's Legs.
People can watch because people ask, doesn't it make me mad? Camel Toes going off like that. I think anybody can watch Camel Toes for about 5 minutes and come to their own conclusion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The guy is mentally insane.
Got some pretty diehard followers too.
About 6 or 7 of them.
I mean, literal followers.
Yeah. He says Homeland Security is going to arrest A-Bomb for calling a nursing home during a pandemic.
During a pandemic, yeah.
Yeah. Like you're not allowed to file a complaint against an employee during a pandemic.
Speaking of A-Bomb, what's up, A-Bomb? I bet A-Bomb can cut grass. What do you bet, Lou? I'm not taking sides, so
Oh, I'm sure.
don't get it twisted, camel toes. Well, I know he's not watching. He's not up this time of day generally. But I guarantee you, A-Bomb can cut grass.
I mean, like I said, I was 8 or 9 years old pushing the lawnmower around my neighborhood, knocking on doors. Hey, let me cut your yard for $10. 8, 10 years old.
I don't think A-Bomb could cut that grass. You got to give him credit, though.
Why?
He has provided us with a little bit of laughter and amusement.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I mean, he puts up that grass cutting video like nobody's going to say anything about it. I go over to his live stream. I type in lawnmower 1, 8 camel toes 0. He then spends the next 8 hours ranting and raving.
Yeah, boy. So what's the correct terminology, Lou? Is it mowing lawns, cutting grass, mowing yards? What's the correct?
Any of those are correct.
I guess it depends on what region you're from.
I think I usually say I'm going to cut the grass. I think that's how I usually say it. But I wouldn't think it was weird if someone says I'm going to mow the lawn. Sounds a little more sophisticated, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think, like, if I'm inside or me and Mrs. Lou are talking and she's like, so yeah, I'm gonna go cut the grass tomorrow. I think that's how I usually say it: cut the grass.
Mowing the lawn sounds more like a female activity in the shower.
Yeah, mowing the lawn does seem like something you would say when you really mean something else.
Yeah. Now around here, everybody pretty much says mow the yard. Cut the grass is a Midwestern and Northern thing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
And maybe Florida too, since everybody that lives in Florida is from up north. Or way down south. Plowing the beaver. I think that's a technical term, way different.
Killer
Raven
says, I call it riding around on the tractor and drinking beer. You ever had a riding lawnmower, BVD?
Do what now?
Have you ever had a riding lawnmower?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I had one for about 6 months. It was I can't even remember how I came about having it. It was an old beat up, got left somewhere or something, but it still ran or something, and somehow I ended up with it. And I think I used it for one summer or something. This was probably 20 years ago, 15 years ago. But I've always just used like a self-propelled mower. Do you bag the grass or do you just mulch it?
Mulch.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Occasionally, I'll open the little flap there if the grass gets above 3 or 4 inches tall.
Yeah.
Open the little flap there and let it come flying out.
Right.
Now, Camel Toe seems like he might be the type that would open the flap in the back where the bag goes.
Yeah. Yeah. What a winner.
I don't have anything at all against Florida's the lead driver.
Has he ever said why he can't drive?
I don't know.
Is it a fear of driving? Is it can he legally not get a license because of his anxiety, or what is it?
I think that might be, you might be onto something with that one.
Yeah.
Maybe termed different, because he said that he has some certain phobias,
right?
That he's, well, I mean, there's some pretty obvious reasons you wouldn't want him driving, even if he could.
Right. Waikiki, thank you, sir. He says, Lou, hope you had a good birthday. I did have a good birthday, sir. I did. Thank you. And on Saturday, we're sort of doing it again. My dad's going to come over, and Mrs. Lou's parents, and we're going to grill hamburgers and let the kids swim and all that kind of stuff on Saturday. So,
Bad Dog, you're not the only person that likes camel toes. I don't dislike camel toes. In fact, most of the time I like him too. Just don't like it when he's ranting on me for being a fucking child predator, I think is what he said yesterday. The wrong, somebody sees that and gets the wrong idea about you, it might be hard to change their mind. There might be 2 or 3 people that saw that might not like me now.
oh, he was calling me a pedophile rapist last night.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't have the first clue about either one of his kids or daughters or whatever they are. No idea. I wouldn't know them if they were standing right next to me. Never seen them. Never been on their Facebook page. Never looked for their Facebook page. Whatever he keeps talking about with Facebook. That's why I think something must have happened, because he just harps and harps and harps on stalking children on Facebook. So somebody must have done something. But first of all, I have a public Facebook page and a public persona on the internet. Anybody that thinks I'm going to go around harassing someone's children is out of their mind. And if I do something, I don't mind telling you, like with his job. And I've told him that. You know, I can't do anything. I can't do anything that I don't want everyone to know about, because everyone's going to know about anything I do. It just goes with the territory. Like he keeps saying I called his job. No, I never called his job. I emailed him. I told him that. But all the stuff with his kids, I honestly don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea.
It's a good thing. It's a really good thing he's not as popular and as much of a legend as he thinks he is.
Well, when he called himself a legend, I said, oh my God, this guy has lost it, which I already knew.
Yeah, it's not cool, Melissa. It's certainly not a cool thing. Now, if someone really is a child pedophile and a stalker, then you should go off on them and say bad things about them. But I would think that just your average person who stumbled across an Uncle Lou or BBD video or live stream for even 30 or 45 minutes would probably get the idea right off that we're not the child predator types. I would hope, anyway.
Listen, he has spent, and I'm not exaggerating, at least 40 or 50 hours of actual live stream time over the past 3 or 4 months, making fun of, what is it he says all the time? Well, he calls my daughter a fat ass all the time.
Calls your son
Calls my son Lou Jr. The gay slur. It starts with F.
mhm.
You're
He calls everybody that when he's mad at them. That's his
calls my
favorite
wife
slur.
calls my wife fat and hopes she dies from Lou Gehrig's disease, which she doesn't have Lou Gehrig's disease. She has multiple sclerosis. So he gets the disease. He doesn't even know which disease he's making fun of anymore. But like literally, and if you unless you've seen a Camel Toe stream, this you're gonna say there's no way this is true. He will spend 2 hours straight, and he's done this multiple times over the last 2 or 3 months. He will spend 2 hours straight saying nothing but those three things. Your son is a F word. Your daughter's a fat ass, and your whale wife has Lou Gehrig's disease. And he will do it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And then the next day, he'll do it again. And I'm not exaggerating. And if any of you have ever seen any of his streams, and that's just his thing, without someone to talk about, his channel wouldn't exist.
The thing that cracks me up is like last night on Goose's channel, he made some kind of, not threat, but, the clutch is going to get you, the camel clutch is going to come after you.
Yeah. Right on cue, here comes Darth this morning.
Yeah.
And people say, I can't believe you sit there and let him talk about your family like that. Like I said, anyone can watch 5 minutes of any of his videos ever and come to their own conclusion about whether or not they think I should be mad at anything he says.
Now, A-Bomb. Putting up with it for 3 years. Come on now, A-Bomb. You got some pretty choice words to say about the man yourself. That's what I don't get about you two. It's like neither one of you guys is willing to just stop and move on. I mean, I get it. I guess if somebody kept saying the same shit like that about me over and over and over every day for years, I'd probably have to retaliate too. But at some point, one of you's got to be the bigger person and just say, you know what, fuck this. I'm just going to ignore this dumbass and move on. And you seem like the more lucid of the two, to be honest. So I'm sure I'll catch hell for that one too, but that's okay. I'm already a Facebook stalker. Thanks for that one, Art. because I didn't hate on A-Bomb, that makes me a child predator.
Yeah, that's his new thing. It doesn't even really matter if you actually find his kids on Facebook and stalk them, unless you drive to A-Bomb's house and hold a knife to his throat.
Yeah.
You're a pedophile. What a clown. Anyway.
Didn't give me that cough, Lou.
Guess what Mrs. Lou started watching on Netflix last night?
Oh, what?
All American. I couldn't believe it. So what are you doing watching this football show?
Bet she likes it, don't she?
Yeah, it turns out it's not I mean, the story revolves around football, but it is sort of almost like a teen drama thing.
Well, it's based on a true story too.
I mean, my daughter was they're hooked on it. Mrs. Lou and my daughter now.
Yep.
It's got like some soap opera type elements to it and some other, it's not like you know, because people been saying, you know, oh, you got to watch All American, you know, it's football, blah blah blah. And so you just assume it's like a guy's thing. Not that guys wouldn't watch it or like it, they do, but like I didn't know it was. You know, I say all the time, I'm always looking for something like me and Mrs. Lou can watch together because it's rare that, you know, I'm into something and she's into it. Ozark was one of those situations, you know, and we it's good when you can find stuff like that you both can watch. But that's how All American is. I had no idea.
So you're into it too?
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5 episodes in last night on season 1.
Has she seen you?
Has she
on
seen
Netflix?
Me?
Has she seen the show You on Netflix?
Oh yeah, we both watched that one. Both seasons. Yeah, that was good. Season 1 was better, but season 2 was okay. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I still haven't started season 2 yet. I watched season 1 and really liked it, and then I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
My roommate says House of Cards is really good with Kevin Spacey.
Here's the thing about House of Cards. It is very good. Now, I find it hard to believe you would care anything at all about it based on the subject matter. You have no interest in it. But it's an amazing show. The problem is, when it gets towards the end, season 5, I think, Kevin Spacey in real life got fired. And so he's just gone from the show, and it's just not the same after that. But I mean, the first 4 or 5 seasons are amazing. They're great. But
what's Tiger King, A-Bomb? I've never heard of that. Is that something new?
Kevin Spacey got in trouble with didn't he get caught up in that Me Too movement? I mean, he got fired for harassment, you know?
Oh, I don't know.
On young boys, I believe. And so House of Cards fired him. And so when that next season starts, and I can't remember which season it is, 5 or 6, when that next season starts, he's just gone. And they come up with some story I forget, died in a plane crash, whatever. And he's just not in the show anymore.
I didn't realize it's been around that long.
Oh, that was one of the first Netflix original series to ever get released.
Oh, okay.
House of Cards, Orange is the New Black. You seen that, right?
Yeah, I'm not current on Orange is the New Black, but I watched it for the first several seasons, and then it got kind of...
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Got kind of old.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons, and that was it. But those 2 shows were sort of the first 2 big original Netflix hits, those 2 there. But yeah, House of Cards is really good, but it's a political thriller, you know. It's So
that's why I'm thinking I may not like it.
Yeah. I mean, you should try it. I mean, Kevin Spacey, listen, speaking of these superpowers I don't have the ability to ignore things. I do have the ability to separate someone's personal whatever from whether they're a good actor or actress or whatever. Mm-hmm. Kevin Spacey is good in House of Cards. That doesn't mean I condone what he was accused of doing after the fact or whatever. Like, you know, you got some people that won't watch Robert De Niro movies anymore because he doesn't like Donald Trump. Well, I'm not watching no more Robert De Niro movies. Well, you're an idiot, then. He's one of the best actors of all time. You're not going to watch him because he said something mean about your hero. I mean, come on. So I do have that superpower to separate that. So if I was you, I would give House of Cards a try, even though you're not that much into the subject matter. Maybe watch a couple of episodes and because it is a really good show, and you may get hooked. You should give it a shot. It's a good show.
I probably will.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of good stuff on Netflix.
You know what else I was thinking about yesterday? I'm assuming, what happened to all the movies that were scheduled to be released over the last 2 months in theaters?
That's a good question.
I guess they all got pushed back.
Yeah, this coronavirus has ruined a lot of good TV shows. Like it pretty much halted Not that it's a good show anymore, but The Walking Dead, it halted the season finale of that. It totally changed American Idol, which I know a lot of people don't watch American Idol anymore, but that was one of my favorite shows, and it just totally ruined it. And Survivor, last night was season finale of Survivor, and it changed that too. So it's you know it's just done a whooping on a lot of things
Yeah.
we like.
Yeah. Top
But
Gun. Top Gun
I'm
was supposed to come out in this month. wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And I think it got pushed back. And I don't know.
Oh yeah, Waikiki Survivors in no danger of going away. It's one of the longest running shows on TV now, 20 years now.
You know, I have seen episodes of Survivor, but even when it first came out and it was hugely popular, I have never seen any entire season of Survivor.
I think Survivor is one of those shows where you either love it or you could care less. I don't think you can casually watch that show, because if you don't watch it pretty much from the beginning, you can get caught up, but it's just a lot better if you watch it from the beginning of each season. And it's the same. They make some subtle changes every year, but I don't know. It's just I've yet to get tired of it.
I got into Big Brother for a few seasons. Like I watched a few complete seasons of Big Brother.
Yep. Oh, I got ridiculously hooked on that, man. I was watching the after hours.
Oh, see, now I never did that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd sit up at night, literally from midnight till 3 a.m. watching. It came on that one came on the TV Guide channel, whatever they call that nowadays. That's what it would come on. And a lot of it would be just a live feed of two of the people in Big Brother sitting outside next to that little kiddie pool, not saying a word for 10 minutes at a time. And I'd just be on the edge of my seat waiting for one of them to say something, you know.
I'm going to go ahead and admit it, too. I have seen multiple complete seasons of both. God, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
If you say Teen Mom.
The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Oh, okay. Because I catch hell for watching Teen Mom.
Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Now, I watched The Bachelor once a long time ago. Maybe when it first came out.
A-Bomb says the next Survivor should be held in Wuhan.
Yeah.
That would be the ultimate Survivor there, boy.
Yeah.
You have to live in Wuhan for 6 months with no mask.
Well, now they used to go to all kinds of different places on Survivor, but it seems like now they pretty much just stay in Fiji.
Really?
I think so.
Waikiki, thank you, sir. He says, you think going to the movies will be normal again? I do. I think we're going to be a while with the masks and the hand washing and the limiting the number of people in places and stuff like that. I think that will last probably longer than some people want it to or think it should, but I don't think it's going to last forever. I mean, if eventually, I think they will come up with a vaccine for this thing at some point, and then, you know.
Yeah, it's one of these days, I think we'll get back to the old normal. I just think it's going to be a long time. Of all the changes that we're seeing right now, which is the most likely to stick for forever?
Well, I think the only thing I think that is going to be permanent is some of these businesses that are closing down and not, like Steak and Shake. Did you hear this? They're done.
No way, really?
Yeah. They're done. No more.
That
No more Steak and
sucks.
Shake. And there'll probably be things like that. I think we talked about this the other day. But the traditional American shopping mall, I'm kind of surprised that's still a thing anyway. It's
Yeah.
not much of a thing here. There was 2 malls here for a long, long time, like back in the 80s and early 90s when malls were popular. But now the thing is more of like an outdoor mall type of thing, like a Target shopping center that's got 20 other stores in it, and
Yeah.
the
Strip malls.
yeah, the sort of giant shopping mall. And we still have one here, but
Like Tanger.
well, that's an outlet mall, yeah. But yeah, hell, those will always be around. People always want a deal, but like the traditional mall, not very many people go to the one here anymore. I'm kind of surprised it's stayed open as long as it has, and they just opened back up a couple of weeks ago. Not all the stores in the mall chose to open back up, but the mall itself is open,
Why the hell is Steak and Shake closing down?
I'm not sure because they operate a drive-through window, so they could
Yeah.
have stayed open the entire time through this thing anyway for drive-through service. So maybe they weren't doing that well. I don't know. We haven't had a Steak and Shake here, but maybe for 4 or 5 years, maybe a little longer.
Well, we don't have one here either in Greenville, but there's within 30, 45 minutes of here. So if you really, really got a hankering for some Steak and Shake around here, you could go get it without having to go forever. I wonder, do you have a Freddy's down there?
Freddy's? I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's just like Steak and Shake.
Oh, no. No, we have a place called Cookout that is similar to Steak and
Oh,
Shake.
Cookout sucks, man. I can't believe you would even compare that place to Steak and Shake.
You need to watch
Cookouts.
your mouth. You need to watch your mouth.
Oh, God. That
The
place is
milkshakes,
ass.
the milkshakes at Cookout are so
They are
much
good.
better
I'll
than
give you
Steak
that.
and Shake. That double chocolate milkshake thing they have at Cookout is unreal.
The shakes are good. I'll give you that. Well, when they first came here, I loved them. They were great. But now you go to that place and you don't get a charbroiled burger. You get a charred burger.
They don't know
Their
how
little
to cook
chicken fajitas are good.
it. They don't know how to cook it. Is that what you're saying?
Probably, yeah.
Right.
That's it.
They sell Jell-O there?
Don't know. They sell great hush puppies too, actually,
Oh, okay.
if they're not overcooked.
Man, I do love hush puppies. I could make a meal out of hush puppies and tartar sauce.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Oh,
those things are so
ooh.
good.
Hush puppies and tartar sauce? What the hell's wrong with you?
What are you eating them with?
Ketchup.
Oh my God, no, sir. What are you, 4?
All right, all
What are you,
right,
4
all
years
right.
old? You eat
Yes,
everything
I
with
am
ketchup?
4.
Jesus Christ.
Who,
All right,
what do
comment section.
you what do you people in the comments eat with your hush puppies?
Tartar sauce or ketchup with your hush puppies? It's got to be tartar sauce.
No.
My God, son. Ketchup? Jesus
Cocktail
Christ.
sauce? Nothing. That's a good one.
Tartar, ketchup, cocktail,
I guess we're all just weird then.
hush puppy. What's hush puppies?
Snake, you're trolling now. If I like tartar sauce, I could probably get it. I could see that, but I don't like tartar sauce. Honey mustard, interesting.
I eat my French fries with honey mustard a lot of times.
You ever dipped a French fry in a shake?
No, again, I'm grown.
Now that has everything to do with it, clearly.
Right. Speaking of being grown, vodka drinker says strip joints are going to suck now because of the coronavirus. 6 feet of separation.
Apparently, Mike Leach doesn't like ketchup on his hush puppies either. I'm a disappointment to my mother and him.
That's awfully rude.
It is, isn't it? Wasn't very nice.
No.
Maybe that explains why every time I dream about my mom, she's mad at me.
I should let you talk to Mrs. Lou about that. She can psychologize that for you, because that definitely means something.
Oh, I've thought for years it means that. I'm not even joking, Lou. It was, my mom's been gone for 29 years, and I literally think this year is the first time I had a dream about her where she wasn't mad at me. Of course, that probably goes back to the fact that I blame myself for her death. So I'm sure that's got everything to do with it.
Oh my God, yeah, you do need to talk to somebody, man. That you can't walk around with that on you like that.
Well, 29 years, bro.
How does that make you feel?
Horrible.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
You want feeling words?
It's interesting that you chose to say that. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling like I need to. I'm feeling like I need to release some feeling words, Doc.
And how does that make you feel?
Mm. Mm. Gets me right in the feels.
Your feelings are important.
You've been hanging around Mrs. Lou, haven't you?
Your feelings matter.
Oh, Mike Leach, it's okay. It really is. Don't feel bad about saying what you said because you didn't know, you know?
When you hear me say that your feelings matter, how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like I need to join someone's join.
We should offer...
Joining someone's join will always make you feel better.
We should start a segment on here where we give free psychologize to people.
I like psychologizing people.
People can call in or whatever with their problems, and we can, talk them through it. We should start that. We won't even charge.
No, it would be wrong to charge.
Right. Unless they want to join your join.
Gotta charge for that.
Right.
There's a minimum charge for that.
Kevin Cook says you need to ask John Joins about that.
John Joins is a good dude.
He is.
Nary a subscriber.
No, not a single one. Not a single one. I might subscribe to him.
I might consider subscribing to him. I might even watch his video or two of his if he ever put them out.
I wouldn't go that far. Mike Leach's pet Sasquatch said he could use some psychologizing. We really could. Yeah, that really could be something. Maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, we can have people call in with their problems, and we'll just. I mean, I know for one, I'm a professional problem solver. So.
I'm not a professional problem solver, but I do liken myself to being a pretty professional advice giver.
Well, see, the combination of those two things, the advice from BBD and my uncanny ability to solve problems, we could probably right a lot of wrongs.
We could start with Slim Mosley. He said he needs to smoke a fat joint.
Yeah. How does that make you feel, Slim?
You dream in color, Lou?
I hardly ever remember my dreams. Like,
Well, you're
ever.
fortunate.
Yeah. So I don't know.
They say you don't dream in color. I think I've heard that before. Or maybe it's that dogs don't see in color. Maybe dogs don't dream in color either. Somebody, one of you professional commenters, tell me what's up here. Is it that you don't dream in color or dreams? I've also heard that dreams only last like 4 seconds. And now, how in the hell anybody could ever determine that is beyond me. Somebody with camel toes pay grade, I guess.
Is anyone else hyped for the Prince live stream later? Did he come back to life and I missed it?
You haven't heard?
No.
Yeah, Prince, Elvis, Michael Jackson, and Elvis are doing a live stream later.
Prince, Elvis, Michael Jackson, and Elvis?
Yep. Elvis Costello.
Oh, gotcha. Makes sense.
Got to get your Elvises right, Lou. Got to step your Elvis game up, Lou. Jim Morrison's going to be on there too.
Pokes
And Evil Knievel. Nah, no Tupac, RB.
Sports Expert 101. I love that name because it doesn't make any sense. I like names like that. I like names where you read them and you go, wait, what? Sports Expert.
That's a college term, isn't it?
Sports Expert. Entry level, though, 101.
You know, like basket weaving 101.
Yeah.
Wonder, is there actually a basket weaving class? You know, you always hear that. Shaquille O'Neal took basket weaving in college. They say that like basket weaving is easy.
I think that's a term used to just describe the fact that, they're not taking any real classes. I don't think that's an actual class.
Rob Dog says yes, BBD. Have you taken basket weaving, Rob Dog? And if so, we need to get you on here sometime and explain. Because I've seen them chicks make baskets on Naked and Afraid, and that shit don't look easy to me. Basket weaving and fish trap making 101. Any chance we could end this show?
Is it that bad?
It's getting there.
Okay. Hey, listen. Not every show can be like Tuesday's show.
That's true. Now, we don't want to be putting too much emphasis on that either, because we're going to get the people all excited for every show to be like that. And it just can't be.
Right.
And we can't have Chess on here every day. Like, I haven't seen him in the comments today, so I'm a little bit worried about him. Or maybe he's at the Waffle House again.
He's going to give us an update next week, though.
I bet that's what's happening. I bet he's at the Waffle House again.
Yeah.
Prepping for next week's segment.
Right. We need to start having some other people like that on.
Yeah, we got to find some more weirdos. I mean, interesting people. I mean, you said you wanted us to be like Howard Stern. I love Chess Hall. I actually have Chess's phone number. We talk quite a bit.
I like hearing Ballard talk about his homeschooling.
Yeah, I just like hearing that creepy laugh. I know the women in here like that creepy laugh.
Yeah. It gives them the warm and fuzzies.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I guess we'll wrap it up, BVD.
Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment later. I need to get prepped for.
Is it just me, or does BVD have like the most amount of doctor's appointments of any of y'all?
Minimum of 3 a month.
Yeah, it seems like more than that.
It's not. It just seems like it because time's going by so fast with all the fun we're having. That's why it seems like it.
Yeah, this is episode number 92. So what does that mean? Not next week, but the week after that will be the 100th episode. 4 episodes a week.
Yeah. That's going to be a gala.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something extraordinary for the 100th episode.
Hey, turn the camera on for a second, Lou. I got something here for, who was it that said it? Rob Dog. There you go, buddy.
Rexall?
Still holding firm. Literally holding firm.
What was that? I couldn't tell.
It is magnesium citrate.
Oh, what does that do?
It's it's like Drano for the humans.
No! Unclog you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's that working?
Well, it usually works pretty good when I take it.
Any chance you can take it tomorrow at 8:15 a.m.?
Well, yeah, I probably could.
Yeah, we want to see the effects.
Oh, no. See, it don't work that way. In order for you to see the effects, I would have to take it about 8 o'clock this evening.
Did you see Camel Toe showing off his erectile dysfunction pills?
No, I did not.
Yeah, proud of it too. He tried to. He had a million excuses. He just takes it for energy, B12.
Are you sure? You're not joking, are
No,
you?
no. He showed it right up to the camera. Viral. Let me type it out because I don't know how you say it, but this is what it was called. Viral XY. VIRIL XY, and he was. So I googled it, and yeah, male enhancement.
So kind of like Viagra.
Right.
Generic Viagra.
Right.
Oh, I got a funny Viagra story, but I can't tell you during the day.
Better save it for the ass-eating stream
Yes.
night or whatever.
Yes. Been a long time since we've had one of those, too. That's a good thing, though.
A-Bomb, if I can remember which video it was, I'll try to find it, and I'll screenshot it and send it to you. You know what to do with it from there, but yeah, it was called Viral XY. He was holding it up. He talked about it for like 5 minutes. He tried to say it was just a vitamin that he takes for energy or whatever, but yeah. Yep. It was yesterday sometime or the day before. I don't know.
You know, a genius, you would think, would be smart enough to know that someone might Google that if they had doubts that it was a vitamin.
Well, let's see. There you go.
No, I'm not doubting you.
No, I know.
Okay.
Viral XY, testosterone support. Male enhancement reviews. Looks like get it. Yep, this was it right here. $30 he paid for this from Amazon. Male Testo Edge. Let's see. I have a description here. Natural herbal male support. Boost energy, endurance, and natural testosterone. 100% pure. Maximize your performance. Improved muscle recovery time. Maximum stamina and endurance.
Those are all code words, aren't they?
Yep. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, camel toes. 8 emo toes. Anyway, all right, BVD. Let's get the hell out of here. What do you say?
Yes, do that.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all tuning in this morning. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Don't forget I have the call-in show tonight at 10. Uncle Lou after dark. Shout out to Vodka Drinker, Waikiki, Darth, Slim Shady, Bad Dog, Hun You Like, Celine Driver, Rattlehead Duncan, Mitch All Day, Big Dog, JC. Thank you guys for supporting the show through the Super Chat today. And Slim Shady Canes, Neo, Mr. Anderson for hitting up that PayPal link. Thank y'all so much. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Best comment section on YouTube. Y'all are the ones to keep this show going. Big shout out to everybody that stuck around to the end. Thomas Jasper Jr., Real Big Lee, Melissa May, Sports Expert, Brock Lee, Jordan Bowman, Snake Spence, TR Sports, RB Smata, A-Bomb, Jerome Pruitt, Slim Mosley, Thomas Jasper Jr., Tom Ballard, Albert Sancho, Vodka Drinker. Appreciate y'all hanging out. BVD, any last words, sir?
See you. Love you. Mean it.
All right, we'll see y'all next time. Have a good morning.
Yep.
Oh, I know that I belong here, though I don't know where I stand, I'm an alien. I don't know where I am, yet it feels so familiar. It feels so good to be home in a place I don't know. I'm a stranger in paradise, so baby come take my hand. Come and show me the way now. Come and show me the way now. I feel like a fish in the sea, oh I don't know where I stand. Come and show me the way now. Come on girl, here I am. Come and show me, take my hand. Come and show me the way now. Come and show me. Here I am. Come and show me. Take my hand.